Oh yeah. All right, so we got a good one to go over here today, guys, and I'll tell you what, I was super bluffy in this one, but you got to stick around to the end because we had a play that I made. But I do have another update I want to talk about. Mexico has been added to the network, man. So there's going to be more players, which I'm actually pretty pumped about, and I'll have a full update if you want to, see more on that in the pinned comment below. This is also going to run for a little bit shorter today, guys, probably like 15 to 16 minutes. But I always say, man, grab a bottle of water, some Gatorade, or some coffee, because we're going to get right into this. And, every time I play, I also say this, man, I don't really have like one type of strategy like GTO, ABC, or whatever. I really just, focus on making good decisions because at the end of the day, we do have control over that. And the second thing is I just try to outplay the opponents at my table. I don't overcomplicate this at all, guys. And we also do have an awesome community that will be below in the pinned comment too if you guys are just like looking to take things more seriously. And you can talk to me one-on-one in there as well. But don't go anywhere. Definitely stick around for this whole thing because it's going to get interesting. Also, I don't know if I said it already, but if you could tap that like, definitely would appreciate it, y'all. Definitely would appreciate it. All right, so I had a weird spot here with King Jack off. Now, I did call a re-raise pre-flop with this, and it's not like this is the strongest hand, so I was kind of just playing defense with this one. I didn't want to get too out of line with it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I kind of just played some defense, man. We played the fence, okay? Now, river card was a 9. I was actually okay still just checking this down. I mean, player 1 was going to put something, or I'm sorry, player 5 was going to put something out there. I was obviously going to make the call, but he didn't, okay? Next time we got the big 3 deuce suited, man. We got that 3 deuce suited, okay? All right, player 3 is going to put in a position. I'm sorry, he's just going to limp. I'm actually going to put in a raise here. We got to raise that 3 deuce suited, man. It's a monster. It's a monster. Anyways, he's going to end up calling us. Flop is not the greatest, but we did get a piece of it. I mean, we do have some runner cards. And check this out. I just wasn't a believer. And like I said, I was pretty bluffy in this one. I'm just being, honest. He re-raised us to the 42 piece, and instead of just calling this or folding, I just came over the top. I just wasn't a believer. I just kind of feel like he was feeling us out on this re-raise, like he wasn't really serious kind of thing. He ended up mucking it. The turn card was interesting, though, because it would have given us a straight draw to the 4 plus a flush draw going to the river. So we actually would have been in some pretty good shape there if he did make that call. All right, anyways, ace 4 suited, man. We got the clubs again. What's going on here? We got the clubs again. Okay, I'm going to go for a continuation here. Pretty standard, even though we missed this completely. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. We're still going to make it happen here. And, yeah, the continuation is, I think, going to be enough here to get this guy to just let it go. Let's see. Pretty sure, anyways. Yeah, I mean, he just mucked it. He just mucked it, He didn't have nothing. We'll take it. We'll bake it. We'll keep moving forward. But, yeah, all right, so we're starting to trend up here, which is always good, I've been using that word lately, trending up. We'll take it. Yeah, man, just trying to put something together here. We had an ace-8 off. This is obviously going to be a defensive spot for us, which I'm going to, obviously make a call here. This is always a call, too, ace-8 offsuit. You're not going to be folding it. You're not going to be re-raising it, typically, to the button raiser, but you are going to make a call here. You're going to defend, man. You are going to defend, okay? Now, we didn't get any of this. However, I'm not exactly ready to fold yet. We're blocking the diamonds. We have the ace of diamonds here. There's a lot of good cards that can come on the turn as well. I mean, a pair of 8s could be good if we hit that on the turn. You got runners for straights, flushes, or we get an ace on the turn, which could be good too. That was a good turn card, okay? It paired the board. We could actually represent maybe a pair at this point with a flush draw. If he's got like nothing here, a lot of the time you're going to get your opponent to fold, which I did. And we took it down. No resistance. And we move forward, okay? So things are going pretty good, man. They're going pretty good. Don't go anywhere, though, like I said, because it's going to get interesting in this one, okay? It's going to get very interesting, and I'm not going to give anything away, okay? But yeah, didn't want to play that 9-7. I just let it go. Okay, so, yep. Okay, so ace-king of spades, man. Looks nice, right? Me and player 6 are basically going to get heads up here. And I'm going to stay aggressive. I'm just going to kind of put the pedal to the metal here. I'm not really going to, let loose on this one. And hopefully we hit an ace or just get something here. I mean, obviously I was just hoping somebody would raise here, but nobody did. Now I'm going to kick it up. Player 6 doesn't have a whole lot left, which was kind of like another factor into why I'm going to, do what I'm going to do here. Okay, he's going to make the call. Player 1's going to get out the way, and not exactly the flop we were hoping for. It's really not. But at the same time, I'm not exactly ready to just give up on this. Him having a jack could be a lot less likely here. We still have a lot of ways we can get there. Obviously, queen of the straight. Turn card wasn't exactly very good either. So I kind of just was giving it a 50-50 here that this guy could be on some kind of draw, maybe a pair of tens. We go to the river, we could still hit an ace, king, or queen, but I was completely wrong. He had king, jack, which was like, yeah, man, we were basically drawing almost dead there. It is what it is. That was just kind of just an unfortunate spot, guys. I'm not going to, I just brushed that stuff off. And, that's the thing. You make a play, it doesn't work out. You brush it off, you keep moving forward, and you just don't let it bother you. And that's really kind of like the attitude you need to have. And, like I said, don't go anywhere because we're still getting warmed up here. We kind of got kicked back down to where we started. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. We're just going to push through, right? Getting a little aggressive there with the 3-5 offsuit. I'm sure you guys could appreciate that right there. Now we got the Jack 10 offsuit. Making our way, y'all. Making our way. Let's go. Okay, let's go. All right, Like I said, I was feeling very bluffy in this one, and we're kind of getting to a point where, the temperature is going to start rising, okay? Okay, I meant to raise that more. I accidentally did that. But anyways, I'm going to continue here. Going to continue on this turn card as well. Even if we miss this, I'm still going to continue. But we did hit the jack. So we kind of got there with the jack, which was nice. Makes it a little bit easier to continue here. He might have a pair at this point. If he wants to continue, that's fine. He folded it. I think the river card was maybe a 6. Yeah, it was a 6. We took it down. We took it down, y'all. Okay, and are we here? Have we made it? Yeah, man, I hope you guys stuck with me for this one. And like I said, if you're looking to kind of just take things to that next level, improve, we have that community. Also, more on the update for Mexico, which is pretty cool as far as, getting more players on the network and stuff. But here we go with the ace-4 suited, man. Ace-4 suited, okay, and it's the hearts. And, I already hinted at this when we started things, and I say this pretty much every time. Like, if I feel like maybe somebody's weak or maybe they're just trying to make a move on me, like, I have no issues staying aggressive, and that's exactly what's going to happen in this spot. Kind of no words for this one, though, so you'll just have to wait and see it. Button raise here. Player 2 is going to re-raise us here. Question is, what do we do here? Do we just call? Do we fold? Do we re-raise? It's not like ace-4 suited's like a monster. I definitely prefer ace-5, but I'm going to stay aggressive in this spot regardless, and kind of just live with my decision, at the end of the day, because that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so yeah, he kicks it up here. We've already kind of gone through the scenarios of what I could do. A lot of the time, calling's fine. I think that a part of me, too, is kind of just like, like I said, I wasn't a believer. A little bit up and down to start things off. We were trending up. We lost with that ace-king. Now we got ace-4 suited. Do I want to make a move here? You know what I do. So I'm actually just going to come over the top on this guy. I didn't really think about it too long either. Kind of made this decision pretty quick. Now, when it comes back over to player 2, he's going to take a while to think about this, which told me we were probably in a good spot. I was thinking maybe he's got like ace-jack suited, ace-10 suited. Those type of hands you're usually going to get to fold here. Mid-pocket pairs are going to call a lot of the time. Jacks, 10s will call sometimes. But I'm usually leaning more towards a fold in this spot if my instincts are right. Now, what was surprising about this was my instincts weren't right, but, it's all good because I'm surprised that he took so long to make this decision. We flopped the nut flush. And as long as the board doesn't pair on the turn here, we're pretty much smooth sailing, and it didn't. But check out the river card to just kind of put salt in the wound, man. They're going to give him the queen drawing dead here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I thought that was a pretty interesting spot, and hey, I'll take it. All right. Subscribe if you enjoyed this one. Tap the like if you didn't earlier, and we'll see you in the next one.